Talking with Beecher. Let's go.
You went to Africa, right? Was it Africa?
Yeah, well, no, everywhere.
Okay, so tell me about that.
So
what happened?
I actually went on a deal called the World Race.
Okay, and what is it?
It's
A
based.
world race?
Yeah, it's called the World Race. I lived out of my backpack.
Okay.
And
For how long?
A year, actually.
A year? Okay,
yeah.
where'd you go?
I went to like 16 countries. I went from all through Africa, all through Europe, on up into Asia.
Yeah?
Kind of all over everywhere. And we worked with some churches. We worked with a lot of orphanages, and we worked with some red light districts too, which is a pretty crazy thing to work with.
Like red light, like hooker districts?
Yeah.
Hooker districts?
Yeah.
You worked with them?
Yeah.
Well, he worked with them. I'm just kidding. He's like super Christian.
So, I mean, stuff like that too, like it makes you look at people here in the States a lot different.
Okay, but what did you do when you were out there?
I went out there and literally, I mean, if it was one of my jobs, no lie, for a month at one location, I'm literally living in my tent, and my job was to get up, and I worked at like a soup kitchen, and my job was literally, no one wanted it, was to cut onions every day.
So you cut for how long?
Literally a month.
Like 5 hours a day?
Yes, like 5 to 6 hours a day.
Cutting onions?
Yeah, and then I cut the onions, and no one else wanted to do that. That was there, so they would bring me onions. I cut them. They put them in water to freeze them because no one wanted to cut them.
So, but you did this to help people, though.
I did.
So, what people were you guys feeding?
We're feeding orphanage. We're feeding orphans. We're working with people that were just, obviously you're overseas in third world countries and stuff. So everyone's always needing help, in those countries. And we also need a lot in the U.S. too. But it's a big eye opener whenever you go to a different country and you're helping someone else out that just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that it's not, I want to say hard in my heart to certain things in the U.S., but it kind of has. Whenever I look at people holding signs, or they're always got stuff going on, and like I think to myself, we were in Africa, in Uganda actually, and we sit down, we're talking at a school, and that you're going to school, and if you talking to school here, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're talking to freaking 14, 15-year-olds, and this dude hit us with a bombshell. He was like. And they were like, well, what do you want to do? And then kid raised his hand up, and he's like, no matter what I do, he's like, my families are farmers. He's like, no matter what I do and how much I get educated, I'm not moving out of here. And he was like, you're American, you can do anything you want. And I was sitting there like, dang, he hit us with that. Now, and so I look at people sometimes that don't have stuff. You're in the U.S., doesn't matter if you're a woman, your race, it's all going to cost you. You're always going to pay a price for something, whether it's sleep, financially, whatever it might be, you're going to pay for it. But living in the U.S., you can do anything. It sucks to say that. I don't have a crazy education, but I feel like I have accomplished a lot. I could die right now and look back and be like, I did some things in my life, whether it was in the ring.
Sure.